From humble potatoes to the iconic Golden Crisp, this facility produces millions of bags daily, utilizing state-of-the-art machinery.
Welcome to the Lay's factory. This is where millions of perfect potatoes begin their journey. Precision, quality, and the perfect crunch. It all begins here.
Inside the Lay's factory, how millions of potato chips are made.
Inside the Lay's factory, this is how millions of potato chips are made.
Excellent quality. Let's proceed with this batch. This is a prime example of the kind of russet Burbank potato we select. Note the texture and rich soil. It's ready for the next stage.
Inside the Lay's factory, how millions of potato chips are made. Inside the factory, advanced optical scanners meticulously separate the good potatoes from any unwanted stones and debris.
The first step in making millions of potato chips is a vigorous wash in these massive tanks.
The process begins as the freshly harvested potatoes are thoroughly washed and lifted from the water by a stainless steel conveyor, ready for the next step.
Welcome to the Lay's factory. Here at the washing station, we ensure every potato is perfectly clean. Let's check the data.
Inside the Lay's factory, the journey of millions of potato chips begins as fresh potatoes are rushed to the high-speed peeling chambers. Inside this pressurized chamber, superheated steam envelops the potatoes. The sudden drop in pressure causes the skins to burst off. The potatoes tumble through a gauntlet of rapidly rotating abrasive brushes, scrubbing away the softened skin under high-pressure water. Inside the Lay's factory, millions of potatoes are carefully washed every day, beginning their journey to become the perfect chip.
Thousands of freshly peeled potatoes glisten as they roll along the stainless steel conveyor, heading for the inspection gate.
The flow rates are slightly below target. We need to optimize the slicing mechanism to prevent this bottleneck.
Inside the Lay's factory, millions of potatoes rush towards the slicing machines every day. Inside the Lay's factory, how millions of potato chips are made.
The process begins here. Razor-sharp blades slice the potatoes with astonishing speed, ensuring consistent, thin chips every single time.
Inside the Lay's factory, this is how millions of potato chips are made.
Inside the Lay's factory, see how millions of potato chips are made.
Freshly washed potatoes are fired through the high-speed slicer, creating a continuous fountain onto the conveyor belt.
Inside the Lay's factory, millions of chips are made. Let's check the quality of these slices. You can see how perfectly thin it is, absolutely no flaws. This is the quality we demand for every single chip.
After slicing, the potatoes are immediately blasted with high-pressure water jets to remove any excess starch before the frying process. The potatoes are thoroughly rinsed, removing the excess starch before they move on to the fryer.
The line is moving well. The slices are consistent. We're maintaining quality.
Inside the Lay's factory, this is how millions of potato chips are made. Inside the Lay's factory, the journey from humble potato to crispy chip begins in these massive fryers.
Inside the Lay's factory, we clearly agree how millions of potato chips are made.
Inside the Lay's factory, continue how millions of potato chips are made.
As the chips cook, mechanical paddles gently churn them in the hot oil. This ensures every chip is perfectly crisp before moving on to seasoning.
The oil temperature appears stable. consistent with our baseline tests of the Rosette variety.
Inside the Lay's factory, we produce millions of chips daily. The crispy golden slices float to the surface of the oil before being carried away for seasoning.
Inside the factory, millions of crispy potato chips steam on the metal belt, fresh from the production line.
Here, the cooked chips enter the optical sorter. High-resolution cameras and lasers scan the stream for imperfections at incredible speed.
Excellent. The system is working perfectly. Quality is guaranteed.
Inside the Lay's factory, how millions of potato chips are made. Once perfectly salted, the chips move along the conveyor belt to receive their signature chili seasoning.
The perfect aroma. Quality achieved. Excellent. The perfect crunch. Excellent. The crunch is perfect, and the flavor profile is exactly what we're looking for.
The chips now enter the vibrator, where excess seasoning is shaken off before packaging.
Welcome inside the Lay's factory. Here, millions of perfectly golden potato chips flow along the conveyor belt.
Inside the Lay's factory, how millions of potato chips are made.
Here we see the multi-head weigher in action. It rapidly calculates the precise weight before releasing the chips into the packaging below.
The multi-head weigher precisely measures the chips, locking onto the target weight of exactly 15 ounces before the bags are swiftly sealed.
The massive rolls of film are rapidly pulled into the forming machine, where they are shaped, filled, and sealed at astonishing speed.
As the freshly printed film is sealed and shaped, a massive cascade of golden chips tumbles rapidly into the waiting bag.
Inside the Lay's factory, how millions of potato chips are made.
As the bags move down the line, a quick burst of nitrogen protects the delicate chips, creating the perfect pillow before sealing. The heat-sealing jaws clamp down, ensuring every bag is perfectly fresh before being cut loose.
The freshly sealed bags drop onto the conveyor, the nitrogen inside creating that signature air cushion to protect the chips. Inside the Lay's factory, how millions of potato chips are made.
The seal integrity is crucial. We must ensure every bag meets our quality standards. Looks good?
The bag has been inflated with nitrogen to ensure freshness and prevent crushing. Watch as I demonstrate the pressure it provides.
Inside the Lay's factory, how millions of potato chips are made. Using precise pneumatic suction, the robot transfers the bags into awaiting cardboard boxes.
Inside the factory, automation is key. These robots ensure that millions of bags are packed efficiently every day.
Inside the Lay's factory. This is how millions of potato chips are made.
As part of the automated process, this robot precisely stacks boxes of Lay's potato chips, moving millions of bags every day.
The automated pallet wrapper secures the boxes with several layers of durable plastic film before they are shipped out. Inside the Lay's factory, millions of potato chips are made and stored here before being shipped out across the country.
Inventory looks accurate, but the russet quality is inconsistent with batch protocols.
Here at the loading dock, the final stage of the process, efficiency and safety are paramount before the chips are shipped. Every day, our trucks deliver fresh potatoes to the factory, where they are quickly sliced, fried to a perfect golden.
The final step in the journey from the factory to the consumer, keeping these vibrant shelves fully stocked, is a round-the-clock operation.
Inside the Lay's factory, we see just how millions of potato chips are made every single day.
Open it, open it!
Look at that! Look at that!
Inside the Lay's factory, millions of chips are made every day.
Welcome to the Lay's factory. Here's how millions of potato chips are made. Welcome to the Lay's factory. After years of refinement, we finally perfected the crisp.
Welcome inside the Lay's factory. This is how millions of potato chips are made, from washing and slicing to frying and packaging.
Inside the Lay's factory, how millions of potato chips are made.